Hi guys, I'm Ibi Compere, or Ibi for short. Welcome to another edition of Spend a Day with Me. After I had finished observing our morning prayers, I went straight to the kitchen to make breakfast. But before then, I had to clean the kitchen, gas, and its surroundings. So when I was done, I opened the kitchen window for ventilation. When I was done, I went straight to wash my rice, which I washed for about 3 times, and I added it into my boiling water, which I already added salt. When I was done in the kitchen, I went straight to brush my teeth. When I was done brushing, I went straight to my Bible because having a quiet time with God is an important thing. I told myself if I don't read my Bible a day, I will not press my phone, and I cannot stay without pressing my phone. So I read Exodus chapter 5 and 6. What I got to understand in this passage was that when God decides to help you, when God decides to come to your aid, crazy things happen. And God isn't going to do anything except it glorifies his name. So if you're going through trials and tribulations and you feel like everything is about to come to an end, just know that God is with you in the storm. And when I was done reading my Bible, I poured my heart out to God, told him things I wanted and things I did not want, things he should remove. I just poured my heart out to him because he's the only one that can help me. By the time I finished praying, the rice was ready. I didn't need to do too much because there was stew, so I just warmed the stew and I dished their food, the one they will take to school and the one they will eat at home. And when I was done, I added water in their water bottles, and when I was done with that, I placed each and every one of them's property in their lunch bag. When I was done arranging their bags, they left for school. And this is me making eba for my mom. She was like, she's not going to eat rice, so, and unfortunately, the rice wasn't even enough. It was just meant for the children to take to school. So she told me to make eba for her, that she's going to use it to eat stew. That the rest of us, we are on our own, that we should find what we're going to eat. So this is me making her eba. I even thought it was too much, not knowing that this woman came prepared. She finished everything. So when I was done making the eba, I was talking to my brother about things that I don't even know concerns me. We're talking about football. What's my business with football? This is me acting as if I care, acting serious that wow, it really concerns me. What's my business if someone being Ballon d'Or or not? Anyways, I started serving her food. At first, I didn't even give her all of the eba because I thought it was too much. But she ate everything. So when I was done serving her, I started sweeping the house because it was part of my chores and I had to do it so that I would rest on time. So this is me passionately sweeping the house, not because I want to, but because I had to. It's not easy actually staying with your parents. You do things at times that you don't even feel like, but you just have to do it to avoid problem. When I was on the inside, I went outside, and unfortunately for me, it rained. So I could not sweep outside because of the mud. I did not want to use my broom to touch that. So I decided to wash it off instead. So this is me washing the passage outside. And when I was done pouring water, I used my leg to actually scrub some dirt, some mud on the stairs. When the water was not enough, I went back to fetch more water. And when I was done pouring water on the stairs, I was like, if somebody marks this place now too, person will draw and fall. So I decided to use a mop instead. I decided to when I was done pouring water on it, I decided to mop the stairs. And when I was done mopping, I decided to wash my mop, even though it was not going to dry because it was raining. I still decided to wash my mop. And when I was done, I found some random place to just put it. At least rain will not touch it and some water will drop off from it. So that was what I did. And when I was done, this is how my stairs look like. And when I was done with the outside, I already knew what I wanted to eat. Told myself instead of boiling rice again, why not make spaghetti? Can eat spaghetti and stew, right? So that was what I was doing here. I put my pot on fire, added ground oil so it will not get sticky, and I added salt. While waiting for my water to get boiled, I was actually talking to myself in the kitchen. It's good for you sometimes. So this is me advertising spaghetti, telling you guys that it only takes 8 minutes to get ready. And truly, it takes 8 minutes to get ready. This is me coming back to my senses. Told myself, instead of playing around, why not just open your spaghetti and break it into smaller pieces? So when the water gets boiled, I just throw everything inside. And when I was breaking my spaghetti, I am one of those people that eat spaghetti raw. Not like I eat it raw, but every time I break spaghetti, one or two will enter my mouth. And I'm not the only one. So if you are also a candidate as well, drop it in the comments. By this time, my water had already boiled, so I just threw my spaghetti inside the boiling water. And when I was done with that, I rinsed my plate and I placed it back on the plate rack. Not long after, my spaghetti was ready. He thought I was joking when I said 8 minutes. It takes just 8 minutes to get ready. When I was done with my sieve, I rinsed it and I took it back to where it belongs. And after that, I served myself. I was even thanking God that I didn't choose to cook rice, if not, I would die. Hunger from mama me. So after I'd finished eating, I finally had the strength I needed to work. So my mom sells catfish, be it dry, fresh, big, small, whatever size. So this is my brother breaking their head, and when he was done breaking their head, I started what I knew how to do best: pinning the fish, carving them into the size that you see here. Pinning big fish is not easy. Yes, it's fast because they are big. I prefer pinning small fish to big fish, even if it takes a while because their tail is easy to pierce, but big fish sometimes is as difficult. But at the same time, there is none I cannot do. So this is me doing what I know how to do best. So after I'd finished pinning the fish, I poured water on them because they needed to be clean so that I will not eat germs. So when they were clean, I went to the drum, a drying drum, and I started placing the fishes on the drum. I used two wire. I didn't use the three because the fish were not plenty. When I was done putting the fishes on fire, I just left the rest to my brother that's putting the fire, and I went inside to clean the fridge because some fishes slept in the fridge overnight. And when I was done cleaning, I added pure water inside the fridge. When I had finished cleaning, I went straight to the bedroom to take my bath because I was tired and I needed to rest. And obviously, water helps a lot. So when I finished taking my beat, I decided to comb my hair because it's been like a while. I have just been packing and packing, so I decided to comb it today, and I decided to weave it into two. So this is me trying to use my hand because the comb wasn't working to divide my hair into two. And guess what? It still wasn't straight. Well, I couldn't care less because I'm tired. I just want to get it over with and rest. So I combed my hair. It was painful because it's been a while I've actually combed it. And when I was done, I weaved my hair. So after I was done, I was here feeling myself like, yes, I have done something good. Unknowing to me that the second part was going to be a totally different story. I was weaving my hair as if I knew what I was doing, but obviously I didn't. When I was done weaving my hair, only for me to discover that I did rubbish. One was bent, one was straight. I was confidently doing rubbish, but I couldn't care less. It's not like I would lose it. I added lip gloss to my lips because they were sharp, and I just made my hair by myself. I needed to give my face this new look, which didn't look that great still. I finally got the chance to rest, but sleep decided not to come immediately. So I was here playing for a bit, reading nursery school English textbook. It was fun though. You get to learn new things every day. So after a while, I dropped it, and then sleep finally came. Thanks to those children coming back from school, I couldn't sleep long. So I decided to make my dad's concoction, which was made from zobo leaf, ginger, lime, and baking soda. What it does, I don't know. Why he drinks it, I absolutely don't know because it tastes really terrible. So this is the zobo leaf inside a pot of water to leave to boil, and this is the ginger and lime that I was asked to put inside. And when I was done with that, I went straight to my baking soda and to mix this in a bowl with a cup of water. So yeah, my zobo leaf is boiling, and I quickly went to get a sieve and a bowl because it's just the water I need. I do not need the rest of the other things. And when I finished pouring out the zobo water, I removed a bit for myself because now where my work in the chop. And this is the remaining water I got from boiling the leaf and the rest things. So I quickly went to grab my honey. I needed 1 teaspoon of honey for this, and when I had done putting in my honey, I went straight to my baking soda. So yes, I added baking soda inside this zobo, and it's totally changed the color to something blackish, and it tastes very bitter. So when I was done mixing well, I quickly grabbed my sieve because again it's the water I need and not the rest, because the baking soda had already formed a lump inside the water, so I just needed the water and not the baking soda. So this is what I got when I was done filtering the baking soda out of the water. When I was done with that, I put this in the fridge and I went straight to making my own. I added 1 teaspoon of honey. Why? I don't know. And I added a lot of sugar into the zobo water. I was determined to make it sweet at all costs, no matter the quantity of sugar I used. Then finally, it was to my satisfaction. And after that, I went straight to put my zobo in the fridge. So when I was done with that, I went straight to make dinner, which was boiled yam and egg sauce. I don't know if it's only me, but these days it's quite hard to find white yam, because this yam was the opposite of white. It wasn't white. Okay, the opposite of white is black, but it wasn't white at all. It wasn't white. When I had finished peeling my yam, I decided to pack the yam peels first, because those children, they can come in at any time, and I did not want to get a story that touches the heart. And boom, they came in. I told them that they should not even come near me, sef, because this yam is going to touch their body. And when I was done packing my yam peels, I carried my peeled yam up and I brought out a mop to clean the floor. I already put a pot of water on fire, and by the time I'd finished peeling my yam, the water had boiled, so I just added salt and started placing my yam in directly. By the time I was done putting my yam inside the water, I went straight to blend my pepper and my tomatoes for the egg sauce. When I had finished blending my pepper and tomato, I decided to start making my egg sauce immediately. So I put the pot of yam on the other side of the gas, and I placed my fry pan on where the yam was at first, and I was waiting for it to get dry to that I add my ground oil, which I did. I added my ground oil inside the pot, and when my oil was hot, I added my blended pepper and tomatoes. Unfortunately for me, I wasn't patient enough to blend my pepper and tomatoes very well, so there were pieces of tomato in it. Then I moved to breaking my eggs. But before I started breaking the eggs, my mom walked into the kitchen and I was telling her that our salt was almost out, that we need to get new salt. And I started breaking my eggs. And when I was done bricks, I decided to clean up, pack the eggshells and everything. And when I was done with that, I started adding the necessary ingredients in my sauce. I tested my sauce after a while and I discovered it was time to pour my eggs, which I did. After that, I started stirring till my egg sauce was ready. Then I served myself, and by the side was my zubu with a lot of sugar. Thank you so much, guys, for spending my day with me, and please do not forget to hit the like, the subscribe and share button, and please leave a comment. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.